Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Okay. Any questions from your discussion, from the sharings that done in the morning, yesterday? Mike? Yeah.
So, Ishita, in our discussion, we had a bit of a discussion about Sambhogakaya and the Manakaya. So, some of us understood that the Manakaya is like the manifestation of Buddha in a human form, like the historical Buddha or our gurus. And the question became, for the tankas and the holy objects, we can also see them, but they are representations of Buddha riding celestial realm. So are they Sambhogakaya or are they Manakaya? The tankas.
So the tankas, statues, like such as medicine that you see, they are the replica or the representation of the Sambhogakaya. Not only Manakaya. Guru Brahma Sambhava, Shakyamuni Buddha, their statues, their paintings are the paintings, representations of the Manakaya. The rest are all Sambhogakaya. Thank you.
因为是我们看到的佛像，它是佛的报身还是化身？那么这个你是要跟回答是它是佛的报身的显现。
Yeah. All right. This is one question regarding what you mentioned yesterday about
About what?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Mentioned that this the Mahayan aspect of the evolution. And Geshe-la mentioned that for the Hinayana you only take the description, then your life finishes it, and the Mahayana will go forward until the mind. And Geshe-la mentioned that it's past Mahayana refuge, and if you have soul, you stick at the refuge, and if you have no imprints, then you will not have that refuge in this life.
You have transgraded, you've given up the refuge intentionally, then they will be not defined by whether you are going to remember the imprint or not.
Okay.
If transgrade, if you haven't give up intentionally, then you lost the refuge.
That answers the question.
Yeah, and transgressions, if you didn't uphold the precept, let's say, past life one to the refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha, in the minor context. Next rebirth, ripening of the pure lifetime before karma to be born as a butcher. Refuge is very much refuge is lost or transgression. In that kind of situation, refuge is lost. Even not intentionally, but then the force of the other karma being in a situation that totally against the precept of the humans. But that's why we need to make a regular aspiration that may I always have a light, never be separated by perfect my guru, always remind me my value, which is the value of the Dhamma Sangha. So more than you make such aspirations, you come to clear within, or at least those karma will not ripen. So before those big karma ripening, our good karma will be fully accomplished, including enlightenment.
So theoretically, when you talk about so that means experience every single experience in the samsara means that theoretically that every step actually are refuge, isn't it? Otherwise,
No understand.
no, that's
Understand. Theoretically, no.
but then the teaching to say is that everyone has experience, every experience is samsara world. So that is
So in relation to that, that's a tricky question. Because when we say taking refuge, we go through this transmission. May not every being encounter such kind of environment, not necessarily encounter this environment. But then accommodations of virtue, there's no one virtue that that living being cannot come into the mass. Proof of that is that we carry the nature. So that is the greatest virtue. The rest of the other virtues are actually secondary compared with the artistic with the nature, was it the commission with the nature, art with the nature, which we already accumulated and have that. So, but that not necessarily because of you went through the process of taking the views and when you create those habits, as well as a living being, you are in a position of committing every type of karma, including all the virtues, all the non-virtues. Therefore, we carry all the potentials of higher existence as well as the subtle existence. And that's why we have reason to practice Dharma, always stay focused on the path, taking refuge, Buddha as a teacher, Dharma as a wisdom to purify ripen those positive potential we already have in our system.
So here, mentioned about all experience, every single experience in samsara. I often think that everyone was experiencing that before, everyone had a history with the process before, and so on and so forth. So that's actually not true then, is that?
No, that doesn't mean possible. Everyone has been Sangha also possible, but it's not during the Buddha Shakyamuni Buddha's time. There are numberless Buddhas came into existence in the past. In the era of Buddha Marmeze, the Buddha of the three fortunate eras. Past Marmeze, current the period of Shakyamuni Buddha, which also in the line of Buddha Kashyapa. This is fourth, but even before that fortunate era, from the Sangye Marmeze, then the future, the Maitreya, isn't it? So, we can say in the time of our existence, maybe everybody possible have been, but I mean not in a position to kind of make a statement. It's definitely possible, but then to accumulate virtues, not necessarily you have to be Sangha. To accumulate virtue, not necessarily you have taken refuge. So because of let's say your environment to cultivate compassion, and that kind of serve the ground to accumulate many other virtues, including virtues to become a Sangha, etc. So not necessarily the course in the past in order to become a Sangha now that has to be Sangha, not like that. Even though philosophical statement is that you need to have a similar karma to the similar result, you need a similar cause, like same kind of a lineage cause. Others cause cannot produce a different result. A different cause cannot produce a different result. Incomplete cause cannot produce a result. So you need complete cause, you also need right cause, similar cause. So the similar cause here, like let's say someone have the karma to become a Sangha, the similar cause not necessarily mean that previous the immediate cause has to be Sangha, but it has to be virtue, because this is a virtue, becoming Sangha is a virtuous result. So similar of virtue, it doesn't mean, Sangha, then Sangha, or female, then female, goodness, then, let's say, not necessarily goodness in a Buddhist kind of environment, similar to the virtue, similar to non-virtue, similar to the virtue and happiness and virtuous result. Similar cause of non-virtue, then suffering result. So, like that. Okay, Medala, you want to summarize something or?
Okay.
那这边是问的问题呢，就是说在这个皈依里讲到我们皈依这个小乘和大乘的皈依分别，就是这个小乘呢，可能是在你这一世，大乘就是知道自己成佛了，或者分别讲，是为了问题呢，就是如果因为小皈依小乘之后，因为某种原因放弃了皈依，或是破了皈依戒，就是这个。那么这个戒就在下面就过失了，就丢失了。那么这个这些人回答呢，就是说，有的时候你丢失皈依戒，不是你故意丢失戒，而是因为你皈依戒得到是很快。那么因为没有办法这个因为业力的强大牵引，没有办法去维持你的皈依戒，因此就是比如呢，我一个人在前辈子以大乘的心对佛法师三宝皈依，但是由于强大恶业的成熟，今生却不是为除杀众生的六重波。其实这个他所从事的事情呢，和皈依戒的完全相违的职业。那因为这个样子呢，他就是已经过失丢失了皈依戒，前辈子的皈依戒所以在完全违反皈依根本行为的环境和他的身份呢，他虽然不是故意舍戒，但是因为业力的逼迫不能守戒，所以是所分别的。但是是由业力的强大牵引而致的这个是在这个地方问题那这边呢，培新有去发挥了讲到说，在这个问题没有搞清楚，但是培新的回答是说他这个问题非常微妙，就是说受过皈依戒并且接受了传承，但我们以后所碰到的种种的这个警戒呢，是否是因为曾经皈依之后呢？那么你可以从功德的这个角度来说，在无量的生命里面呢，其实我们没有一种善业是没有做过的因为呢，我们每个人都本具佛性佛性本身就是这样的善业，其他的善业都不上佛性，但是呢，佛性并不是因为受过皈依而产生，而是我们是有情众生就具足了一切的允许，造生也有造物业的能力。就是说，我们同时可以去升天和位置堕落地狱，同时去同样这个能力，所以我们必须要在成熟内在应取这个善根众生所以呢，说上师在这个经文中说，众生已经在无数劫尝遍了一切苦的经验 我们已经来来去去走过很多的次。这次并不代表我们在某时期见过某尊佛，比如说这个比佛生活这些古佛并不是这个意思啊。那么还有一个就是说，这边呢有人他据说那个这辈子成为出家僧人，并不代表他前世一定也是僧人啊。包括我们中国的这个来讲，要所谓叫做具足因，同类的因才会产生同类的果。那么一生的不同类的因，当然就不会生同类的果，这个叫具足因所以呢，出家是一个善业的果号。比如说什么样的因呢？可能是供养佛像这个宝冠，供养僧宝，布施道场，恭敬正法，恭敬修行人，这个持五戒、十善等等，这些因种下你下辈子具足的出家的因这些就属于很类的善业，就同类的因。那么当然这辈子作为女性，不代表过去一定是女性，同样的道理。所以这个大家对因果呢，要了解的话，就比较熟悉。
Sure.
This teaching says that the age of documents. The age of the documents happens after the birth after the 1,000. This world and the age of documents happen, or in between age of the is actually the documents.
I think it's after the 1,000 Buddha appeared. Even though in between the occurrence of the the first to the next Buddha, like Shakyamuni Buddha's time, then later is Maitreya. They will have what you call the degenerated period, that the Dharma will arrive to a point that even so rare to see even a sign of Sangha. No Sangha at all will be there. Even the sign, to see the sign of Sangha is so rare, just to see the saffron robes, maroon and saffron robes, especially here the teaching talks about saffron robes. Even the time is called as the time of a sign in relation to that. It is understood that during those period of time, all human being would be like dwarf. It's about slightly around 1 feet, and the longest life is 10 years. Such the moment that period is gone, then it's the darkest period. But it doesn't mean that the entire world system that going to completely disappear. The greatest dark time is even the world system won't be there. Not just living creature, like completely everything completely will be disappeared. That's understood. So in relation to the lighter kind of the darker era, very much revive to the fortunate era by occurrence of the Maitreya Buddha. That's what it says. Yeah. So then people start to have a more radiance of their body, more longer life, something like that. Yeah, roughly. So,
世界这个问题就是有关贤劫、千佛以及黑暗劫的问题。那么这个佛教经典说，这个我们现在处在是一个1000佛出生的日期叫贤劫千佛。那么在这个每一个佛出生之间，我们会经历一个所谓的暗劫，没有佛出现，佛法渐渐衰弱起慢的叫暗劫。这个暗劫就是1000佛出世之间的一些活佛的日期了，在这个第千佛入灭之后呢，这一大劫呢就会走向一个彻底的坏劫。那么这方面呢，有些呢就开始有关这方面，经典中说未来佛法这个可惜说会衰退到一个程度呢，就是连生传呢就不复存在，甚至连生传的像一个出家人的迹象呢就难得一见，包括界相、声音，非常稀少。这个时期呢，也称为叫唯相之时，非常脆弱的在这个时代呢，众生的苦报严重的退化，在这个俱舍论中就说人类的身体会变得特别小，大约只有1尺高，那么寿命最长只有10岁。那时候呢，我们烦恼出众、暴力、贪欲、邪见极其强烈。那这个阶段结束后呢，就会进入一个更深的黑暗期。但是呢，这还不是整个世界毁灭只是世界完全消失的是更后的坏劫。那个时候呢，众生会灭尽，山河大地崩坏，甚至整个大千世界都会全部熄灭。然后呢，在世界的重新在这个之后会重新生长，随着众生的业力成熟、善业成熟，一个新的光明时代。所以当条件成熟，衔接的下一步没有将降世，重新转大好人时，佛法呢在此盛行。
Just one question. It says the 1000 Buddha will appear in Bulgaria. Is it true? Or because if I look at the time spent between each Buddha is such a long time that it's only just about when the bird survives in that 1000 period. Or is it a different system?
So it is understood that all the 1000 fortunate Buddhas in this southern world will use very much the places to turn the wheel of Dharma, where they perform the deeds of enlightenment. But everything will be repeated the same places. But then the same places, I think maybe not necessarily the physical same place. I think there's no clarity there. But due to the natural destructions to the nature, like the earth, even like in relation to earthquake, and there are a lot of how to say, geographically the lands they do move. So I think more about the inner like Bodh Gaya, the inner land, not talking about the outer, the inner like Lumbini, like inner Varanasi, inner Vajra Peak. So there's outer aspect and the inner aspect. So like Bodh Gaya is very much defined. I mean, for our ordinary direct perception is the stupa, the Bodhi tree, they are defined. But actually, the Bodh Gaya it is existent very much right above I mean, the same kind of straight upward or the Vajra hell. So the hell realm, the lowest of the cyclic existent Vajra hell, that's the most unfavorable realm. So as a all the activities of the Buddha have chosen for the benefit of sentient being. So even choosing, the different sides, it has its own symbolism of antidotes. So that's why wherever the Vajra hell, I think the Bodh Gaya will be in the human realm, that this side will be above there, and that not necessarily that maybe the same kind of spot. The what you call the titanium wise can be moved, but then if that spot is significant, then that particular place will be Bodh Gaya. So, but commonly understood is all the 1,000 Buddha will use will turn the same will turning of 12 deeds of will turning, but then when the only difference is the teaching, maybe varieties. Certain Buddha will teach sutra, tantra. Certain Buddha won't teach tantra. So these are differences. Otherwise, the 12 deeds are very much the same. But that's what I understood. Mm.
是下一个问题就是说，贤节千佛是不是都会在印度的这个哥德盖的这个边金刚座的这个地方去再出生？那么这个你是说这个贤节千佛他的所有的这个投生成佛涅槃，他的这个四大行径呢都是一样的都是非常相像的，他们会以这个出生实现这个成佛，然后实现涅槃等等都是一样，只是他们的选在的地方呢会有都会稍微不同像这个圣地呢，真正的菩提树呢这个菩提地如大雅，其实呢它正位的金刚座的上面呢，它同一直线下面就是所谓这个金刚地狱这个金刚地狱是一个直线。它是属于极为微细的境界，超过所有凡夫能看到、眼睛能看到。它的法性呢，确实呢是属于其上方，是一个无比无比的圣界。所以，中国的这个贤节千佛，他们出生成佛，然后涅法轮，涅槃，所有的事业呢都是一样，都是为利益众生。那个佛呢，根据象征的意义和众生的因缘选择不同的地方成佛的法门。无论金刚座和代表在人间出现在哪里，真正的菩提圣地呢，所谓菩提圣地一定会在其上方的对位叫相应之处那么每千劫的贤节千佛的每一千佛都会使用同一处的金刚座，并在同一个区域端法。不同之处呢，就是每一个佛它转的法门稍微不同，有一些呢会转这个金刚乘以金律乘，有一些呢是不会转金刚乘的法门，这是唯一的分别。
As I said, nothing cannot be purified using nothing cannot be purified. Does this apply to one group samaya which like goes against the can using Vajrasattva purify that?
So here we're talking about the antidote of Vajrasattva practice, applications of four-forbidden power. There's no negativities that cannot be purified. That's true, but that has to be interpreted. When talks about karma, there are two types of karma. definite karma, indefinite karma. Definite karma meaning definite to experience the result. Even you apply the antidotes, even you practice Vajrasattva, for opinion power, the result definitely have to experience it. That's called definite karma. Indefinite karma meaning when the antidotes are timely conditioned, then from the root, the karma will be completely purified. The result no need to experience at all. But then these two statements sounds contradictory, especially in relation to the definite karma, and at the same time, the antidotes, once you apply, then definitely going to be purified. So it doesn't contradict. The meaning here is that application of Vajrasattva practice, it will purify, increasing of the nature of the karma. So any karma has a nature of increasing it. If it's negative karma, if you don't purify, it increases every single moment. Let's say today, kill one ant at 15 days time. If you didn't purify it, 15 days time, the karmic impact is equal as kill one human being. That much intensity. One ant today, kill, don't purify, 15 days, the intensity of the consequences that we need to go through as equal as killing one human being. So all the karma increases like that. And so there comes the importance of Vajrasattva practice, practicing daily. The benefit here definitely going to purify from increasing. How heavy karma it may be, it stop increasing, multiplying. That's one benefit. That's what it means, can purify. The second benefit or purification is that it purifies the intensity of the karmic experience. Even though let's say causing the life of someone, let's say causing the life of ants, if you don't purify, one day oneself will born as an ant and will cause a life. So now the karma can be purified without definitely has to go through experience the taking a life, but it can wipe away, purify away by experiencing maybe toothache or headache or stomach pain or cut on your neck, so that's what it means. Definitely have to experience the negative consequences, but it reduces the intensity. It also reduces the duration. Let's say commit a karma to experience, 100 eons in the hell realm by committing heinous crime like killing father, mother, etc. But through the practice of Vajrasattva, through the practice of open power, born in the hell, but maybe just one moment, just be born there for one moment, reduce, 100, so it's like 99% of your time reduced by the power of the antidote, so it's under, so that it means reducing the time, reducing the intensity of the consequences, understood as definitely going to purify, but it doesn't mean it will purify from the root, because it is a definite karma. Yeah.
师傅的下一个问题呢是说，据说晨修这个金刚萨埵就可以净除一切的恶业，是这样吗？那么师傅的答案是说呢，这个就看有几个方面去看那么在金刚萨埵的忏悔方法，应该说 透过忏悔和誓于对治，任何罪业呢都是没有不能被禁除的。这句话是的确正确，但必须呢正确的理解。那么在英文教法中呢，我们昨天讲过有两种定业和不定业。定业的意思，你修金刚萨埵修忏悔圆满对治，那这类的业的果报呢，仍然必须要承受，但是当你成熟到必要受报的阶段。不定业的意思呢，若能及时的这个对治并且呢因缘和合呢，则能从根本建除这个业，让这个果报完全不会成熟。那么表面上看这两句话是否有所矛盾呢？你又说所有罪业都可以尽除，但又说定业呢必要受报，其实并不矛盾的。它的真正的含义是，金刚萨埵的说法能尽除业的增长力。那首先我们从增长力来看，一切的业，无论是好的坏的，都有迅速增倍的力量。如果不及时忏悔呢，后面的业呢会努力的不断的破坏。比如说你今天杀了只蚂蚁，在15天之内没有忏悔，15天之后，这个业的增长力呢，就相当于杀了一个人。那么说金刚萨埵最核心的意思呢，阻止这个业的增长力避免呢小恶变成极重的果报这样的一个禁罪的功能。这是第一个金刚萨埵的这个目的的说法。那另外一个呢，就是即使是定业，那定业一定要有成熟受报的业。通过金刚萨埵呢的这个忏悔誓于对治呢，仍然可以大篇幅的减轻它的强度、业的力度和它这个受业的这个时间。比如一个杀生，你造了杀生的业，其果报一定要承受。那么经过禁罪法门呢，本来你在要去受极重的痛苦，现在可能就是因为今天的头痛、肚子痛、皮肉之苦也是禁罪的含义了。那这个就是这个重恶轻报这样的一个意思。包括呢极重的恶，像无间罪，本来呢应该像杀父杀母这种无间罪这个应该多地狱受百劫苦，多以情力忏悔誓于对治呢，果报虽然成熟，但是可能你只刹那间投身在地狱，本来要长达百劫，你可能就是地狱中投身一刹那就结束了这就是对治力的力量，100分的苦减到这个99分。
It seems that the pure energy is Potala into that. Is it referring to Potala Palace or somewhere it's a name of Potala in
Yeah, so no, this is not relatively. It's referring to Potala because it is a resident of His Holiness, who is embodiment of Chenrezig, emanation of Chenrezig. But the name, in fact, not origin from the historical place of Potala in Tibet. It's the name of the Pure Land of Chenrezig called Potala. Yeah, and that is that can be right on top of Venerable Sonamla's head. Very shining, maybe somewhere there. So not necessarily in Tibet. No. Yeah, so it's right here in RGL.
所有关于的净土是在西藏的布达拉宫。那么答案是呢，这个名字指向是佛陀亲近完美功德的一个地方，一个象征并不仅仅是指这个某一个这个像一个地方这个概念上的意义。
Yeah, the Tifang is on top of Sonamla's toe. Yeah, I think in Tibet it's freezing cold. I think in Sonamla's head, I think very comfortable, warm Malaysian weather, but then there's no obstruction. It's very nice. So among monks, we can joke about our beard, about our bald head, but then I think, but don't take the example to joke among other people, okay? Among monks, we can joke about that.
还是比较单纯。
That's it. Meta, that's it. Your translation.
Monks to
No, it's okay. But no, shouldn't joke among lay people. With among monks, we can joke like that.
师傅说这个师傅之间这个互相开玩笑，我们就不要去笑啊。那么师傅这个笑，送到马的这个头呢非常光滑，然后又是很温暖，是马来西亚的温暖，所以这个布达拉宫在他的头上呢是非常合适的。
Okay, yeah, it's really, who knows? Yeah, we really don't know. Possible. Any more questions? Okay.
Debate.
Okay. Any other questions you have? If not, then I will. Okay, please. Yeah. Yeah. You have refuge. Can continue. Yeah, you already have refuge, so you can do the retreat, of course.
Yesterday I did.
It's okay. It's okay. You have a refuge in Punadama Sangha.
Benefit of the teaching.
Okay. Enlightenment. Benefit of the teaching is to lead sentient being towards enlightenment. And the result is enlightenment. Yeah, very true. Very deep, yeah. Okay. Anyone else so far? Okay. Okay. So continue from yesterday's some teachings in relation to refuge practice, especially the precept. We didn't really get a chance to talk much. The summary, if need to say in one word, what is the precept of taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, is if you can benefit sentient beings, do so. If not, at least be mindful to refrain from causing harm to any being. That is the precept. Yeah? Everybody hear clearly? If you can benefit anybody, do so. Any sentient being, do so. If cannot, at least be mindful to refrain from causing harm to any being. So that is the precept of refuge in one word. Yeah. So it's everyone already practicing that, isn't it? So means you can take care of your precept. Yeah, you can easily take care of observe the precept.
我可以讲这个皈依戒，昨天继续讲皈依。那总结什么是皈依戒？那么总结来说呢，皈依佛法是全部具体的，可以用一句话来概括。如果你能够利益众生的时候，就尽量去利益；如果暂时做不到，利益众生，至少要时刻谨慎，不要去伤害任何众生。这就是所有皈依戒的核心精神。
So if you elaborate a little bit more, then there are 3 things to be avoided, 3 things to be adopted. So 3 things we should start to exercise, train to avoid them. It doesn't mean from the very first day you will be perfected in that. You try your very best, and everybody already tried your best. And the 3 things to adopt and 3 things to avoid, so that's that's the thing.
皈依之后有新的要去做的一个以及3项要做的一个事情。
So the 3 things to avoid. First one is having taken refuge in Buddha, you should not take refuge in any worldly figures, including of worldly gods, nagas, spirits, ordinary human beings, who are still bound within this cycle of samsara. The reason why we shouldn't take refuge in them, because they themselves have not freed from the existence of existence of samsara. Either they are in a human realm, either they are in a god realm, demigod realm. There's no question about those who are in the animal realm, spirit realm, and hell realm. They themselves didn't manage to help themselves. They cannot be in a position to be your refuge for liberation. That's the reason, once you take refuge in Buddha, then your ultimate refuge, your sole refuge is Buddha Dharma Sangha.
Mm. 因为是呢，一旦皈依佛法僧之后，那么就要远离这个发心皈依呢，就是要远离外道。特别是呢，像诗篇的，包括诗篇的诸天和
Thanksgiving can do together.
其实在无为中的反应更是，之所以不能皈依他们，是因为让自己尚未脱离轮回。特别是注意引导天道，甚至下三层的这个地方，他们之所以的解脱，因此无法成为趋向解脱佛本的究竟归依。
So then, just simply because of no need, because Buddha has the most perfected, highest quality, all the great benefit that you can receive from gods, nagas, human, more than that, Buddha has the quality. So that's the reason, you see, not because of being biased.
那这个原因呢，不是说我们偏心佛陀，而是佛法是三宝，佛陀已经具足了一切的功德。
That also doesn't mean that you don't respect gods, nagas, spirits. You should respect every single sentient being as equal as a Buddha. How Buddha relate to sentient being, how Buddha will relate to us. He will relate to us as equal respect to all the Buddhas. And that is our practice. We should respect every single sentient being, even the gods, the nagas, even the harm givers, but when we talk about taking refuge, it's a matter of spiritual progress. It's a matter of getting out of the 6 realms of cyclic existence. That is the main reason why Buddha is a sole refuge.
那么这里带给我们不尊重这些诸天龙族，甚至这些带给我们伤害的这些民族的生命，因为佛教佛陀是不会对我们，他是同等的，像对诸佛对无量的尊重、平等、慈悲。所以在修行中也一样尊重一切的众生，天主、畜生、鬼神，那些造成伤害的众生呢，他们都具备佛性，都值得尊重与慈悲。所以当我们要皈依时，要意这个皈依，它带动我们的修行精神，教导我们多用我们会在求解高出的意义上呢，只有佛陀才是最究竟唯一的明处，因为佛陀已经完全处理轮回，能够无理到解脱成佛之道。
So then, having taken refuge in the Dharma, you should not inflict harm upon any sentient beings, even how tiny the creature is, even including mosquitoes and ants and flies, etc.
但皈依之后，远离伤害任何有情众生，包括对细小的蚂蚁、昆虫等等。
Then, having taken refuge in the Sangha, then you should not associate with a friend who holds extreme views, nihilism, nihilism, and harboring, harmful views, who, I'll say, mm, who do not believe in karmic law, cause and effect, who disregard the existence of the Buddhas and Buddha's values. Here not to associate this simply meaning not to take guidance. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have dinner with them. You shouldn't be in the the circle of people of such. In our job place, there may be all sort of people. In your friends' place may be all sort of people. So in the business environment can be all sort of people. Simply, he's saying is don't take spiritual or spiritual guidance. Don't rely on them about the decision of your value of life, especially in relation to spirituality. Then don't take guidance from them. So very much meaning like that.
那么一旦皈依这个皈依深浅要远离就要远离一切恶友。那这个恶友代表这些充满邪见、不相信轮回因果这个充满邪见的这些恶友。那么远离呢，并不代表是这个指的远离呢是不依止他们为导师，并不是说你不能去做朋友跟他们深入聊天或者做事不能跟他们在一起，说不能让他们作为你的导师，或者让他们做你最终的精神依止，因为他们的慈悲为你脱离轮回所以呢，应该跟这些真正引导我们得到解脱的圣人佛法是善友去做好。
So even because this refuge is Mayanic refuge, your ultimate goal is full enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So even taking guidance from those who follow hearers and solitary realizers path, also something to be considered, because here the matter is bodhicitta. Your refuge has the element of bodhicitta. When you take spiritual guidance from solitary practitioners, solitary realizers path followers, hearers path followers, may encourage you to let go of the bodhicitta, even though encourage you to practice the vows and practice the dharma, but then there are possibility of you get influenced to practice dharma just for your own self-liberation. So no question about taking guidance from non-Buddhist teachers, but even among Buddhists, the teachers that whose value is enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings, then go for it. Otherwise, also you need to have a certain reservation, not because of their advice is invalid. It's because of oneself not up to maturity. There's a danger of reversing our path, renouncing the bodhicitta. So until you become Arya Bodhisattva, then we have to be mindful about that. Once you become Arya Bodhisattva, then you achieve the irreversible path. Then even you have a conversation or even non-Buddhist teacher try to influence you, you won't be changed, from your objective of your path, Mm.
那么我们也看皈依大智慧所受的大和皈依，大智慧皈依是以菩提心所设，发的是为一切众生而愿意成佛的这样的最大的心量。所以呢，但皈依大乘皈依之后呢，我们也要我们最终目的是为了一切一切众生的成佛。所以呢，你走的是大乘的菩提心的之道。所以呢，这边呢。也特别的谨慎呢，就不能向这个声闻乘文觉真的修行者，去请教做精神导师。这边不是说他们走的不是错的，他们像他们守戒、精进、修行，他们都不努力去守戒、精进、修行、行善，都是非常殊胜。但是他们的出发点和我们是不一样的。那他们所求的是别解脱、个别解脱，成了这个阿罗汉去涅槃的这种别解脱的小乘的这个道路。那么，若是你把他们作为主要的精神的依止的对象呢，可能慢慢会受到影响，甚至淡化、放弃菩提心而转为这个求个人解脱。而我们这边的目标是成佛，去利益无量数的众生。所以这边呢，你所依止的导师呢，必须要是能够强化、增长你的菩提心，并且鼓励你在这条道路上继续前进。那么，只有当你呢，修行道路达到这个进入不退转的这个菩萨道的道位呢，在那个时候呢，你的修行就不会受影响。那个时候呢，你可以放开的跟任何的外道去交谈，都不会有人，你的心也不会轻易被带偏，你的心里面非常坚固。所以到那时候为止呢，我们的修行还是要去小心的去选择我们修行的善。
So three things to adopt, practice according to the word of Buddha, and then without forgetting the Buddha Dharma Sangha, generate faith and devotion, show respect even for a broken fragment of statues and images of Buddha.
那么三个要持修的三事情呢，一个是心里永远的这个记得三宝心里常怀三宝，意念三宝，不要忘记他们天都是以心灵空心，对佛像法器圣物呢，甚至于破水呢，也要恭敬修行。
Then always find opportunity yourself, studying Buddha's teaching, reflecting on them, meditate on them. Then show great respect. Even you encounter one single letter that which show the teaching of the Buddha, or whichever represent the Dharma, like such as text. Yeah.
那么对法，任何对法的代表，哪怕是一个这个国经字眼、经书，心存经。
Then respect the Sangha, who are followers of Buddha. Associate with a virtuous friend and treat even, you see one tiny sign of the Sangha, like whenever you see like a saffron ropes, even you happen to see that in the road or in the shops, just try to relate to Sangha, the existence of Sangha, and always have a heart of reverence to the Sangha. even they may be ordinary people, but then they aspire to observe the vows, then you see the values of the Buddha in them, not judged by the person, but because of the precept.
皈依之后呢，对各僧团的代表，像出家众，甚至他们的僧袍，我们要心存恭敬。虽然他们只是普通的出家众，也要心怀尊敬。
Yeah, so this is 3 things to adopt, 3 things to abandon. Then general advice is, do not forsake Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, even the cost of your life.
那么最重要的是，哪怕你心思生命有放弃烦恼。
Then whatever experiences comes in one's way, difficult experience, good experience, success, failure, happiness, suffering, life, death, always try to seek help, benefit, blessing, guidance from Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, instead of from worldly gods, spirits, worldly method. Rather try to try to seek help from the Dharma wisdom, Dharma knowledge you have, and this who uphold the Dharma, seek guidance from them.
最重要的是，无论我们的生活好与坏，平安喜乐或是痛苦的，我们都致心皈依三宝，从佛法智慧中取皈依，而不是从世间法。当碰到任何状况时候，任何困难时候，致心以佛的智慧去解决，以法智慧去解决。
And always be mindful to not to interrupt your regular practices. Even the minimum, as a Buddhist generally, after taking refuge, 3 times daytime, 3 times at night, means at least 6 times, within 24 hours, you try to stay connected with the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha through remembering that your value as a value of Buddha, Dharma, Sangha,
无论是任何时候，都向法身三宝去祈求帮助，利益我们加持的事业，不要去到世间天神各种世俗的方法，以佛法的智慧做依靠。那么世俗境界呢，要听万自己日常的修行，1天6次呢，应该去60去意念三宝，意念佛法。
So therefore, this one-day retreat is so important, so necessary, so crucial training for us to have a sense of commitment that I should do every day. Even though we just give a 1-year time frame, but it is something forever for our own benefit, for the benefit of your parents, family, everybody, to remember Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. You see, so here, minimum, at least 1 time, to try to remember Buddha, Dharma, Sangha within 24 hours. The more that you remember, that's your happiness. That's your meaning of life. You will receive so much of benefits, blessings, security. So from now on, at least until next year, make a commitment that if you can remember more, great. But at least don't forget to remember, and even at least once. That is genuine caring about your well-being. At least love yourself that way. If you love a lot yourself, then never separate. Whenever your speech is free, recite refuge, prayer, or any other mantra. If your mind is free, then always think of Dharma, team of the Buddha. Then whenever physically free, and try to be within Dharma events. Any Dharma events. Try to stay close among the Sangha members.
对我们培养这种没有羞耻的指出我们的这个对我们是非常重要、非常必要、非常关键。这个表面上是不是实际上的这种承诺是我们一生的利益的，为了父母家人甚至一切众生，我们应该每天至少承诺要1年佛法持3宝。那这些呢，像说这样会让我们有更好这个稳定。那我们现在从今天开始，至少到明年，我们请大家立下一个承诺，你每天1次，至少1次要去1年佛法持3宝。当然，我越多越好，但是至少每天要1次，不要放弃1年3宝。当你的心有空的时候，多去念3宝；当你的嘴巴有空的时候，多去念咒语念经。这样的形式来这个来去完成我们的一切，每天1次，不要念3宝。
So as long as you don't break, that remembering Buddha Dharma Sangha once a day, then you can consider yourself in a retreat, modo retreat, throughout until next time we meet. And this you can, those of some individuals who are online and also from some other places like KL, some people, they really want to take part of this, but they didn't manage to attend physically this time due to other commitments. So you already have refuge. You already been doing your sadhanas, means your refuge is already there. But now you conduct as in the you can do as a retreat form, and which brings special benefits out of that. It's a great accomplishment, once you at least complete the retreat, even though the retreat can be complete by 100,000 times of refuge prayer, which if you do with a very strict retreat form, within 2 weeks you can finish. But those of you who wish to do, you can do like that also. But there's a very special benefit, training whole throughout 365 days. Every day, at least try to remember Buddha once a day. It is a great carving of deep in our continuum. Maybe who knows, having so many practices, maybe at a time of difficult time, maybe that imprint may be the protection, the real protection to you. So daily carving deep imprint like that can be so beneficial. Then whenever you're free, you can accumulate more, 1,000 times, few thousand times, like that. And if you can count the number for rejoicing purpose, sure can do it. If you cannot count, never mind. As long as whenever free, do more. Even while watching TV, also you can recite. Your mouth is free, isn't it? So you can recite refuge prayer while you're driving. You can recite. Then whenever it comes to a stop, you have a time that you can also reflect, meditate like that.
那么我们讲这个皈依的闭关，从今天开始到明年，1年的时间，我们讲，如果你们不成道，每天1次1年3宝，到明年这样子你就算是在算是可以也进入了这个皈依闭关的这个程序，包括在线上的任何同学，还有其他这个线上参加今天不在场的同学。当然呢，我们这个 能够完成这个闭关本身就是持咒的，应该是伟大的成就。那言语的方式呢，很多人在2周之内的2周之内呢，都能把10万遍第一个把它完成。如果你用这种方式在1年之内或在一段时间之内完成，但是呢，在1年365天之内能够每年3宝一次呢，有着特别伟大的意义。这样的意义呢，会在我们心相续中刻下非常深的这种印记。那么，谁知道呢？当我们有困难的时候来的时候，这个深刻的印记呢，可能真是能够保护你的真正的力量。那么这样日日累积的这个印记对意念3宝，当然你可以多次念那是对我们是极有意义的。那我们一般呢分2个元素，一个是念这个10万遍的皈依皈依皈依文，还有是最重要的是每日1次去记得去念3宝1次。
So then I will recommend to do of course there are many other prayers that even in the note you can choose, but it would be wonderful if you can recite the refuge in Bodhicitta 4-line prayer. So that will help to complete both the retreat in refuge, as well as Bodhicitta retreat, both, So you can recite in English, you can recite in Tibetan, so that will complete 2 retreat together, And those of you who are already doing sadhana, it's already part of it. Every sadhana you have a refuge in Bodhicitta prayer at the beginning, and that also serve the commitment. And when you're free, then you can do more like that. Okay, you can pass. So then always always encourage yourself the importance of refuge for your benefit of this life, future lifetimes onward. Then also find a way to encourage family members and friends. But the best way to influence others is yourself carrying the value of Buddha Dharma Sangha in your body, speech, and mind. The way how you think, the way how Buddha would think. When you speak, the way how Buddha would speak. The way how physically you would behave with your family members. You be mindful, how Buddha would behave. You try to do your very best in that way, then naturally your family members and friends will follow you. Otherwise, we behave worse than those who don't practice, and even then still asking them to go to the center, go to the temple, practice the Dharma, it doesn't make any sense, So our own body, speech, and mind, our day-to-day living has to be the embodiment of the Buddha Dharma Sangha.
那刚才这些从自己去放的，这个也是这个播音重要的其中一个重要部分。那刚才我们你可以选择念这个刚刚讲的4句的皈依颂，可能念10万遍。在健康传统这里皈依颂呢，通常2种语言的版本，你可以用藏文来念诵，可以用这个英文，也可以用中文去念诵。那就是这个就是包括了整个这个皈依的重点。那么为了你今生来世不负的诚意呢，也鼓励家人朋友去学习佛法。而最佳的一个劝化的方式呢，不是用言语，而是你自己的胸口上面。如果你来生口语的精神思想上都能够体现佛法是价值。别人自然是感动，让自己的心念呢，尽量像佛陀那样去思维，让自己的行为尽量像佛陀那样去对待朋友、家人，在日常生活中呢，尽量去实践佛法。那么这样，你的行为会变得更温和、耐心、有觉照、与慈悲时呢， 家人朋友自然就跟随你。所以呢，古哲维也的学佛的行为还没有比这个还没有学的人还要差，却常常要求他们去寺院去东西去帮忙，这样就不合理。而真正的能够补他人的是你自身的。
Then, whenever we eat, drink, learn to make offerings to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha first. Remember the Buddha, then offer the food offering. At least remembering to recite Om Ahom. If it's inconvenient to do that in front of people, you just do that in your heart. Think of Buddha, then you understand. I offer this. The essence is the Buddha. Then I take myself this food and drink as a blessing.
那每当我们吃饭受用、吃喝的时候呢，心怀这个供养三宝供养三宝呢，把这个食物去供养，学习供养佛法僧三宝然后拿念诵呼马呼，如果不方便别人面前念诵呢，就心里默念呼马呼观想佛陀，意念佛陀一切功德，心里想我将此食物供养佛陀，受用之后呢，你就把食物和饮品当做加食物受用，这样一个小小的习惯呢，也能累积庞大的力量，使心呢去安住在皈依之中，这个也是皈依学术。
Then when you wake up, first thing, try to train your mind to remember Buddha first. When you go to sleep, try to go to sleep. The last memory is Buddha. So when you wake up, if you're a couple, when you see your wife, you see Buddha in the wife face. And when you go to bed, see Buddha in your wife's face, then go to bed. The wife do the same thing to the husband. And it will be such a beautiful night and beautiful day, like that. Otherwise, you never know what will happen. You see? So, I mean, this practical thing, we should see Buddha in everybody. Let's start with someone is nearest to you, isn't it? Yeah. When you go to work, you try to see Buddha in the colleagues, not that typical person in the workplace, like that. This is training. So after taking refuge, all this are training. One day we will be perfected. We really literally have to see Buddha in everybody, like that.
那么我们这一次首先在早上起来，晚上睡觉，早上起来的第一个念头，我们该去意念佛陀；晚上睡觉前最后一个念头，我们应该去会念佛陀。像这些睡觉前心中最后念头是佛，起来时心中第一个念头是佛。早上看到太阳的时候，把他的念头观想成佛陀的念头；晚上上床前也把太阳的念头观想成佛。同样呢，太太也要把丈夫观想成佛，夫妻彼此都是这样做，日夜自然就变得显美好。那如果没有这种的正面训练呢，心随时都会被情绪带走。其实这个是非常好的一个皈依的修行方法。包括我们去工作的时候，看到同事的时候，我们可以把同事也观想成佛。最后呢，时而久之，一切的众生，他们都是佛，都可以观想成。
So for the children, train your mind. All of us are children of our parents. Always, whenever you think of your parents, whenever you see your parents, first thing, try to see Buddha in them. Try to see Buddha in them, like that. And whenever we have troubles, even like sicknesses or accidents, or first thing before you calling help from human being, anything, you try to remember Buddha, and that will bring so many conducive environment to rescue us from problems and sicknesses. Give us so much of security in that way. Then when you're so happy, something good thing happened, first thing you remember Buddha and share or offer that happiness to the Buddha. So this is the practice, the training.
当 孩子的时候呢，也应该把佛陀在孩子的身上看到一些诸佛。那当我们碰到困难的时候，在向任何外力人求助之前呢，外力寻找帮助之前，应当首先意念三宝。当我们念三宝时候，很多圣人自然出现。当我们化解其实当我们在我们心中自己的真正的安全感被保住所以当我们快乐、无比快乐的时候，首先要把这个快乐供养三宝佛陀，同样的这份喜乐去供养。困难的时候想到佛陀，快乐的时候也想到佛陀。
So lastly, whenever you remember yourself, whenever you think of yourself, remember the Buddha within. Very important. Whenever you think of yourself, first thing, remember Buddha within. That my true being is Buddha. Very, very important. So this will serve the direct cause to resolve yourself actually awakening state.
最后一个最重要的就是想到自己的时候，记得佛就住在我心中，我的佛性和我是一体的，是本然的。这个可以帮助我们记得佛性就安住在我心中。我现在就是这样子，会帮助我们打开我们的这个成佛的这个
Okay.
法器。
Now mandala offering, because the initial part, we sidetracked. So the aunties had to wait long. Sorry for that. And I heard that you need to rush for cooking. So it's a quickly mandala. Okay, so I'm ready. So now this is a requesting teaching mandala. And maybe you do the short one because they already line up. So now they do the long one.
Mandala offering. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
To say, I see you recognize precious, very precious hope cooking since it's like very hard. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, even tea break, and counting back and all this stuff. Actually, it's kind of stuff. Probably it's influence quite special because that counting back it's a lot of work. The meat, the bread, the blood, and fry and give you also just delicious food. This sort of very crack.
This is the cooking team for the retreat. So the Venerable Shankingan will cook delicious food.
在这几天昨天到现在每天你们很努力一直做的猪肠、香肠给我们吃，我们吃的是很好吃的，是不是啊？
是。
然后因为班长是真的很辛苦就是我听说昨天你们早早的变了，就是大家要，但是你要做出你自己很重要的就是虽然你。所以我们都希望在这个闭关的时候，煮餐给我们吃，还有一些下个礼拜也是有煮是吧？又是很重要的，大家要好好照顾自己我会很难出口的如果你做不到的，我们也是可以替你们但是最重要的照顾自己嘛，是不是啊？这个是很重要的。So I wish us to try the best.
Yeah, so good.
Not only this way, but also next week.
Yeah. Yes. Amazing. Yeah.
Okay. So as I told them that they have to take care of the
Yes.
smooth progress.
Yes.
You can't cook much, don't worry.
Yeah.
You're happy. You're glad for you want to cook for us. And we all appreciate very much.
Yeah.
So this great marathon doing this 是运动模样的，所以是熟悉点的做法，一定要会每一个人，甚至你闭关的人，相对快，就是不想给你的。
Thank you so much.
So we dedicate all the merits.
Yes, definitely. The foods are really, really delicious. Within 2 days, I think most of us, I see, put on weight. Definitely for me, because I eat double dinner. The Sangha team, they know. I think they finish. So, but one more. It was very delicious. Yeah. Yeah, we experienced their blessing, their love, really, really, really special. Yeah. So in Buddha's teaching, say the 3 wheels of activities, they are equal merit. They are same. The one is study Dharma. Another one is to retreat, meditate, isolate. Third one is facilitate, like cooking and preparations. So they are cooking. They are facilitating all of us to peacefully conduct our study and practices. So merit what they earn, even though they don't have chance to sit with us here, equal. So this is the word of Buddha for 3 wheels of activities, equal merit.
这边呢，师父特别感恩所有的这个煮饭的这帮助煮饭吃饱饭的这些义工阿姨们，谢谢你们。那么这个师父说我们闭关的功德回向给诸位。那么可惜讲，在佛法里面有3轮的功德，在这个闻思修上面有闻思佛法，有实修闭关。那么闻思修，那么有护持佛法的。护持的这个功德都是一样的当你有学习佛法，或者去闭关修行，或是护持这些闭关修行，这个做文修的这些护持者就是像 你们这些义工大德们，你们的功德呢是跟这个闭关学习呢都是一样的，所以呢值得赞叹，也非常感恩。这样。
So some of the aunties, sisters like her, 10 over years since my first time here, how many years, more than 10 over years, always in the kitchen quietly, cooking and feeding us. There's aunties, some of, you are not even aunties. Oh, not aunties, sisters. Remember, a long time. So it's so much of love and kindness to us. So always, you are in my heart. You have served even Lama Sopa Rinpoche. You have served many great realized beings who come to turn the wheel of Dharma here, and many people. When I go to overseas, last time during maybe Medicine Buddha, even with Lama Sopa Rinpoche, same here and also in LDC. I think they serve so much delicious food and so generous and so healthy, abundance, and with smiling all the time, happy. So because I every year come here, they think I'm from here. So they tell me, your people are so good. They say they're so generous, so kind. So even from Europe, even from America, they're praising. They acknowledge your kindness. Yeah.
那么师父呢，这几位师姐师父说10年前他来的时候呢，就是你们就已经在这里做义工，那时候呢非常可口，非常可口的食物。那么你们在这么多年都是面带微笑的、开心的煮这么多可口的饭，真的是功德无量。特别是呢，你们也侍奉过很多的修行的人像导师，像我们的老师们也来过这里，因此呢，你有无数的功德，而且你们呢，已经呢，名声呢，已经是远扬海外，因为呢，在这个很多，因为你们煮的饭有很多，上次这个药师傅的闭关有很多外国的来这边闭关之后回去都觉得你们煮的饭太好吃了，而且你们这个饭煮的呢是充满了正的能量，充满了你们的爱心，所以呢，这个是让大家呢都是回味不绝。所以呢，甚至有些人以为这格西呢是这个地方的代表，会跑去跟格西说：“哦，你们煮的这个饭呢实在太美了，太好吃了真的值得赞叹谢谢你们这样子。”所以格西呢由衷的感恩，也由衷的赞叹功德。
Thank you.
I also putting the what to say. My name is man called
Yeah, yes.
Yes. Sometimes I notice that it's very long time.
Yeah.
Yes. And so that you get, birthday. And of course, now common is ownership.
他的名字，所以这个主任。
他是这样，
For the food, vegetable, yeah. I remember.
And everything on social media, so most of the time is
Yes.
Yes. So knowledge of this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. 还是有很多东西都没猜测这保学，所以民宿为什么全部是很荣幸来煮饭给吃。所以我们是在那个10年说，就很感恩，还有在有他们等等，大家也是吧，这些家是一样的，这也是我要特别的先分享，因为他们是这么多时光也是说。很多菜给我们，很多菜给我们的炒菜，还有话不可思议，我是蛮多很美的方式去讲，然后跟谢谢你们。
谢谢。Thank you so much.
講上嚟，講大講咁多口水，講完未啊？ 我要做嘢啦，
耐，
冇時間，
冇時間。
聽講呢啲。
I told Jaya today will
Okay, so we have about 1 hour. You want to take a short break in between? Yeah, okay. So we come back about 5 minutes time. Then we will go through the sutra, remembering of the three jewel teaching. Okay, thank you.
Would you like giving long?
Ah.
Are you giving long?
No, yeah, can
Long, please.
maybe share long like that.
No,
You know.
if you don't
We
say.
brief reading, a little explanation, then also can yeah, I think can offer long also. Yeah.
等一下5分钟休息之后，可以会口传三宝经啊，三宝不得经。
Okay, so the long is well, I read. But first, I will read in Tibetan, so that can substitute. No need to read separately.
5 minutes break, everyone. Thank you.
They have a 10 minutes break, 10分钟休息。
It's just a short break, silent break. Krishna will come back very soon to continue the teaching. Yeah. And the teachings will only end by 6:30. Is it okay to breathe?
Yeah, can.
Oh, hi, I'm helping the. What kind of person? I don't know. You have to look for your computer. Oh, okay. You always stand by that. Now you want to change next. Is it okay? Just yeah, okay. Quick. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Because only have that thing. Oh, yeah. I was asking anybody, should I leave it or not? It's like,
Maybe not next year.
You mean in Malaysia or now in Malaysia?
Only like
Only your
so invited to the Chinese so we need somebody to be Chinese now. Chinese. So maybe these are not English. It's better not to talk people. Because simulation I see that in Australia they also ask each other yeah. But we can do it only for our close connection with the not for somebody. These two are the most
we can do like because the thing now I think that after this company is very excited for you to next time you can organize to like
Hello. Okay, thank you. Sanje Jedan Zoje Jona La Jaju Badu Dane Jazu Aji Juje Jebe Sonam Dola Benje Sanje Rubarai Ju Sanje Jedan Zoje Jona La Jaju Badu Dane Daji Juje Jebe Sonam Je Dola Benje Sanje Rubarai Ju Sanje Jedan Zoje Jona La Jaju Badu Dane Da ye je 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 be zonam ye lola ben je zang ye ro marai gange no je ne zo ne da wa dam je ban be je re dam be je ne de je be go dam de la cha se lo do ni ni je zong do je be la ma je jo ba je den de go cha na be mo ten ten ja zo la so wa de so da ye jin ye lo yeah so uh we read through the Noble Sutra of remembering or relying on the three jewels. Papa Kujo Sum Jesu Tempa Shechari Do Shuso. So it is the content is spoken by Guru Shakyamuni Buddha himself and compiled by great Indian master. Then around 8th centuries, translated into Tibetan. So this sutra is to remember the Buddha Dharma Sangha in understanding of its qualities, its characteristics. So they are so in this Tibetan translation, so there are 4 sections. First one is the sutra in the language of Sanskrit in order to authenticate the trace of lineage, all the way up to the Sanskrit language that's spoken by Buddha, this sutra. Then second one is the homage, paying homage to the compiling of the sutra in order to clear obstacle, and also the sutra, the compiling of the sutra be most beneficial to the sentient being. Then after that, then 3 sections, 3 main sections, which is the main body teaching. The first one is in relation to Buddha. Second one is Dharma. Third one is the Sangha. So then the first one is Jagarketu Arya Rana Daya Anumiti Soha. In the language of the India, Arya Radna Daya Anumiti Sutra. Then the Tibetan language, Pekedo Papa Kunjo Sum Jesu Tebedo. In the Tibetan language, then Papa Kunjo Sum Jesu Tebedo.
第二个就是上门。
So then after that, the homage, Tamje Kembala Chasano, homage to the omniscient one.
都是平静的。
So the homage, the very much the general teaching, especially the teaching, the common path, such as refuge. Then, from the homage, you can see what is the main content of the teaching. So here, paying homage to the omniscient one, the Buddha. If the teaching is mainly focused on the Vinaya, then homage to like Tathagatas. Then, if its content is more, if its content of the teaching is focused on wisdom, then like the paying homage to like Manjushri, Yametaka, etc. So then the content is mainly compassion about bodhicitta, then paying homage to like Chenrezig, paying homage to compassion, etc. So from the homage, you can learn what kind of content of the teaching. So this is a special technique of compositions of the Nalanda masters, and that carry forward to the Tibetan lineage holders. So all the Tibetan masters' composition also have this kind of ways.
这个三宝所有经典原本的方法去能包括佛法是三宝的典礼和赞颂以及翻译和上面的部分。这里呢，经文中了解佛的功德，来不光针对一些人以及对这个正法战后领导型、战斗案情、多多互善以及佛法显现他们出生之处。
So omniscient or Buddha, simply meaning who overcome all the limitations, namely the limitations of delusions, limitations of obscuration to omniscient, and actualizing all the perfections of wisdom and method. In such kind of state or such kind of wisdom is called the omniscient. Such kind of person called the omniscient one.
我讲的大智，这个已经圆满大智的，已经在我们身上的这个所参加的对象。
Tidara sangye chumden de deje jaba da jomba yanda ba zobe sangye riba dan shabsu demba. Thus the Buddha, the transcendent, accomplished conqueror, the Tathagata who has attained suchness, the Arahat who has conquered all four, is the perfectly and completely enlightened Buddha, endowed with insight and worthy of reverence.
佛学男子对于辩证的明行圆满善事世间上，无上是条理上天人师和佛学禅。
So the transcendent, referring to accomplish the transcendent, referring to like the superior among all the wisdom, the omniscient wisdom. So someone as a Buddha then who attained, the highest level of suchness.
这边讲的佛是已经彻底一切烦恼，或是圆满正直的，具有无上智慧，通受地诸圣恭敬礼拜的地境。
It is the same meaning. Tathagata is referring to the same meaning. Then Arahat, who has so the accomplished conqueror, referring to similar like the qualities of what the Arahat have achieved, conquer from all the foils. Here referring to the two limitations, the delusional obstacle and obscuration obstacle. Then you are the conquered one, conquered of all the foils. Then it's perfectly and completely. So why there these two kind of words, perfectly, perfectly, completely enlightened Buddha is talking about the one's own benefit, the ultimate benefit, one's own enlightenment. Then one's own enlightenment, like such. Yesterday we discussed about the five wisdom. The earlier two wisdom is one's own, the accomplishment of the highest benefit. First two wisdom, the wisdom of the Dhammadhatu, remember, and the wisdom of mirror-like wisdom. Then from the four kayas, remember, yesterday we discussed the first two kayas, the natural, the body of the Buddha and wisdom bodies of Buddha. So that's perfectly and completely referring to the second two holy bodies of the Buddha, is emanation body, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya, and wisdom-wise, the remaining, remaining the four wisdoms, I would say, three wisdoms, including of the including of the fifth one, which is the blessing, the power of the blessings of the Buddha. That makes someone enlightened Buddha. Then endowed with insight and worthy of reverence. So endowed with the insight, such as the five wisdoms, worthy of reverence because of adorning with all the enlightened qualities like major and minor marks. Then everything is relics. become a merit field. Any way we relate to Buddha's holy body, speech, and mind, sentient beings get purified, and sentient beings create merit. Sentient beings create causes of happiness, including enlightenment. That's why worthy of reverence. Yeah, because of the enlightened, adorned with enlightened qualities, then just even seeing, remembering, just even hearing the name, it heals us, it purifies us, it acts as an antidote to our negativities, to our limitations. It directly acts as a condition to receive blessings of wisdom, blessings of virtuous benefits. Then Devarashepa, Sugata, who has reached the state of bliss. Buddha, someone become Buddha, then you reach the state of bliss. And Devarashepa is particularly this bliss, is true bliss, everlasting bliss, true happiness, everlasting happiness, perfected happiness. There's no greater need to be searched, bliss and happiness than the state of enlightenment, achieving the state of enlightenment. When we talk about ultimate happiness, lasting happiness, we are talking about the state of Buddhahood. Even in nirvana, the peace is real, but is not perfected, not completely reached the great bliss, the state of great bliss, which is the everlasting state of happiness. That's only when you become Buddha. Jigden Khenpa, the knower of the entire world. Only when you become Buddha, then you have the ability to know the entire world. Here in the world, here talking about the entirety of the existence, not just southern world, entirety of existence. It also understands as a knowing entirety of the things, how it exists correctly, directly, rightly, truthfully, and not the way how we sees the world, how we understand the world, how scientific would understand the world. All carry limitations. Buddha know every single subtle karmic aspect. Only Buddha knows entirety of the karma of sentient being. No one else, even not the 10 moving Bodhisattva, even not the arahats, only the omniscient one, the Buddha, then know the world, entirety of existence. It is shape, it is color, it is form, it is formless aspect, it is condition, it is cause, it is label, every single detail in one view, in one scene, no need to see multiple level. When you see the top, he see the bottom simultaneously. When he see this side, left side, he sees simultaneously the right side, all sides. We human being, or even technology, there's a limitations of seeing entirety of the existence. No question about not able to see the truth, the ultimate way of existence. So when you become Buddha, then you have this kind of qualities. Jigden Kemba. Okay. Now, Kibu Dube, Kalo Jurba, the guide and the tamer of the beings. So, when you become Buddha, you naturally become the guide. Naturally have the ability to tame the sentient beings. Due to the similar cause that he have accomplished, which is the bodhicitta. Enlightenment is Buddhahood is born out of bodhicitta. So Buddha is born out of bodhicitta. So bodhicitta heart is to achieve the state of enlightenment for the reason of guiding sentient beings. So when you become Buddha, when you complete the task of the purpose of bodhicitta, then you naturally become a qualified, guide. The guide which carry the quality of able to tame sentient being because of the perfected tools of compassion, the unbiased compassion. We call the immeasurable compassion, immeasurable love, immeasurable equanimity. And then the 5 kind of wisdoms, 5 powers, and all those of the four kayas, that makes Buddha guiding every single sentient being, even those of the most mysterious one, even in the human realm. Some people behave unbelievable distractions to the world, killing, etc. But even them, Buddha skillfully guide them to bring out of those miseries and those flaws. There's no one sentient being that is not guided by Buddha. There's no sentient being that's not guided by Buddha. But the way of guiding is and accordingly with the karmic disposition of sentient being. The karma that we individually committed, it is our own action that we need to resolve it, by ourselves. So some beings take long time, but eventually that even that most destructive person also will free from all the limitations, all the samsara, and become Buddha. Ultimately there will be a day that samsara will be empty due to the condition that Buddha's guidance. And those fortunate ones, of course, due to again our own meritorious condition, we are in a position that we are directly taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha and living a life and according with the Buddha's principle, then our enlightenment will definitely be faster, like that. So, yeah. So if you want to guide sentient being, if you want to tame difficult people, the best is to become Buddha. Best is to become Buddha. How to become Buddha? Through practice the value of refuge, Buddha Dharma Sangha, isn't it? Practice the Dharma. You see, if you feel that you have a difficulty taming your partner, practice Dharma, become Buddha. Otherwise, the ordinary method won't able to tame completely. If you want to really help your children, tame them and liberate them from all the troubles, then practice Dharma. If you want to take care of your parent perfectly, practice Dharma. Get enlightened, and that way you can ultimately benefit them. In the world, there are so many difficult people. Complain doesn't work. Complain, feel stress. It only contribute toxic, extra toxic. Like already fire, then you put more kerosene, it will burn more, isn't it? So rather practice loving kindness, compassion, means practice Dharma. Rather be peaceful within. That's what Buddha teach. That's the way that you slowly help, to pacify the trouble of the world, like that, So similarly, if you want to deal with some difficult people, first, tame ourselves, as I mentioned this morning. You see, if you really want to make sure the other person follow exactly the way you want, listen to you, behave the same way you want to behave, then tame yourself, practice Dharma. Through Dharma, and best is you become Buddha, and you become the perfect guide for the difficult person that you have in your life. You become you have all the tools to tame the person, So complain doesn't work. Complain, things will make worse. Our only way, complain, worse. Complain about others' wrongdoing, it will get worse. The karma make even more intense. That's why we cannot gossip. We cannot talk about someone's flaws to someone else. That is like putting kerosene. And whenever you talk someone's good quality, like such as everybody has Buddha nature, isn't it? Even though that person is so bad, but then you say, but still he has Buddha nature, So like that,
过去诸佛包括今天这世界的所有行解天佛所知见佛人，具有一个根本因的不生不死之心，会觉悟有生也是明心所生。佛陀这个成佛因缘，原来比心不发一切众生人唯一的目的，而发起求得菩提心与初心。所以，汉言说菩提心，成熟的时候，我自然显现。而佛呢，是有菩提心，这个果是菩提心的果像佛子，佛陀以无比的善巧引导这些众生，度脱众生，即使最恶劣烦恼的众生呢，最迷惑众生呢，即使有极大这个恶劣的众生，包括这个种种恶行伤心等等。我亦会以善巧方面摄受，没有的众生呢是被佛陀所舍弃的，而且佛陀摄受的方式会随着众生各自的业力、心性差别，最终呢，需要对过众生自己的进化，这个虽然有些众生需要极长的时间，在归根究竟的人，造了这生的人，最后呢都能。脱离一切过患，最终能够最终成佛。对如此伟大的佛陀我们谨记。也是说，昨天讲到很多这个我们所面对的任何问题，如果你要想调整你的身心，你的看法，你应该先成佛。如果你碰到一个刚强的这个。你想别人听你的话，那么最好的方法是说话，去先成佛。你只有你成佛了，你才能去调和任何刚强很好的人。如果以世间法的方法去来面呢，那只是不去于事的。所以你要去成就任何事情，最好的方法就是首先去成佛。
Then Lana Meba, the unsurpassable one, like the praises to Shakyamuni Buddha, independent rising by Lama Tsongkhapa, Temba Lana Meba Temba, the unsurpassable teacher among all the teachers, so Shakyamuni. As a teacher whose duty is to teach. So in the world, there are so many teachers came into existence from different faith, different religion, different culture, different knowledge. But the teaching on bodhicitta and teaching on emptiness, only Shakyamuni Buddha taught. No other teacher have taught the altruistic, the knowledge on altruistic attitude and altruistic wisdom, you see. So because of that, it's a Lana Meba, unsurpassable one in relation to us. In relation to his own quality, he surpassed the quality, those of the arahats. Those who are abiding in nirvana, and no question about surpass the qualities of those who are residing in the God realms, like in the 33 God realms, and surpass all the quality that God has. Buddha has more than that. Having them plus all the other enlightened qualities, so that's the meaning unsurpassable one.
佛陀是对身为无上的老师，无人胜，世界的任何老师能够讲出佛陀所见得的究竟健康、究竟圆满的这个菩提心、空慧心的教法，依然依靠大悲心当中生， 所以无论是设置内心善巧方面，都没有任何众生能在这个上面超过佛陀。对我们意义而言，佛陀是最舒适的归依处。就佛陀自身的功能而言，没有任何存在能超过佛陀。
the teacher of gods and humans. You see, not just a teacher of some people, not just a teacher of humans, even the teacher of all the gods, teacher of all the bodhisattvas, teachers of all the Aryas beings. Then Sangye Chomde Te, the Buddha Bhagavat. Sangye Chomde Te, Sangye, Buddha, two word, Buddha, referring to maras, demons, like such as Mara of death, Mara of destruction, Mara of delusion, Mara of contaminated aggregates. The is means overcome. Buddha means the state, the quality that overcome all the maras, and that's Bhagavat. The state that which overcome all the maras. Then the about the Sanam Dagi Gyutimba. The Tathagata is in harmony with all merits. So Buddha is harmony with all the merits, meaning Buddha has all the merits. Buddha has accomplished 3 countless eons merit. No sentient being accomplished 3 countless eons merit. The moment you accomplish 3 countless eons merit, that very moment you become Buddha. Even the 10 Bhumi Bodhisattva not accomplished 3 countless eons merit. It is still process of completing them. So only Buddha. So that's why harmony with all the merits means have all the merits.
具足十等功，完全具足圆满一切功德的圣者。
It also understand as having the perfected merit of method means completed all the method aspect of the path. Anything to do with the bodhicitta already completed by having the omniscient compassion. Then complete the merit of wisdom means anything to do with wisdom you have accomplished by achieving the 5 wisdom or the omniscient wisdom. You can understand like that also.
并且具足五智圆满智。
So if we want to become Buddha, then we need to complete all the merits. So in order to complete all the merits, we need to enter into the path. Without entering into path, we won't able to complete all the merits. So the way to enter into the path, what defines you enter into the path? Achieving renunciation towards samsara. That will help, that determines whether you enter into the path or not. The moment you have the genuine, spontaneous, always alive heart of renunciation and seeing limitations and flow, the existence of samsara, the karma, the delusion, the ignorance, that day you have renunciation. If you have that for 1 minute, you have 1 minute renunciation. If you have spontaneously arising all the time, even no need to apply reason, that means you already achieved the path. It's now you gain the Dhamma path, it's actual path. You enter into actual path. And that actual path can be three types. One is Ira's path, which we call the Sarvaka Buddha's path. Another one is the solitary realizers path, Pratyeka Buddha's path. Then the third one is for the Bodhisattva's path. So the moment you have this spontaneous renunciation, you will be having one of these three paths.
要迈向成佛首先必须入道。若没有入道，就无法真正成为自身解脱道路的主人。那么，什么是入道？就是一个行者踏上修行的关键呢，是升起出离心。当你对轮回升起深刻、真实、恒常的厌离和出离的时候，如果你能升起1分钟1秒钟几秒钟、1分钟的这样的一个心态，你的心自然当你的心自然持续在这个时间感到出离，看到轮回一切的破坏呢，看到业烦恼、错误执着所带来的这样痛苦，在那一刹那，你已经真正踏入修行之道。所以，当你知道如何找到究竟的快乐，申请寻求解脱之心，这就是入道的标志很深深的入道的标志。那么，当你升起这样的心态的时候呢，你就入了3种道之一。哪3种道呢？修道有3种：声闻道、缘觉道和菩萨道。那么，当你升起这样真正离入离心的那一刹那，你就踏入其中这个铁头3道之中一道。
So then, each of these paths has 5 levels or 5 paths. The first one is called path of accumulation. Second one is called path of preparation. Third one is called path of seeing. Fourth one is called path of meditation. Then fifth one is called path of normal learning. So first 4 paths are learner's path. The last one, path of normal learning, is a state of Buddhahood.
同时呢，你会进入大乘五道、加行道、资粮道、无学道等等的大乘五道修行。
So then the first countless eons, we talk about 3 countless eons merit, isn't it? To be just like Buddha, harmonious with all the merit. First countless eons merit you accomplish when you complete the first path, the path of accumulation.
在资粮道呢，首先在这个千劫时间，首先去累积这个资粮道的修行。
So then the second countless eons merit to complete, first you have to travel through 10 bhumis. The 10 bhumis are actualized within the 2 part of the last 2 training part of the last stage, part of seeing and part of meditation. So within the part of seeing, part of meditation, there are 10 bhumis to travel. So starting from the second part of preparation, then start to train in the first bhumi, which is start from the path of seeing onward, up to the 7th bhumi. When you accomplish the 7th bhumi, first moment of reaching the 8 bhumi, you accomplish the second great eons of merits. Then third great eons of merit, from the 8 bhumi up to the last moment of 10 bhumi. The moment cross the last moment simultaneously, arriving the last moment and reaching the last moment, arriving the first moment of Buddhahood is the moment you accomplish the third countless eons of merit.
首先我听过道实地的修行，这实际上是弟子见到修道的阶级呢，而圆正的，在修道见到修道之中呢，需要通过这个10个菩萨地的这个修持，从第2道也就是家庭道开始呢，行者培养进入初地的因缘。那么在圆满第7地之后呢？刚刚他的第8地的最初的刹那呢，能证得第2个清净位，变身为叫做忍道，平等忍道。所以，他这个不到实地的修行呢，是成佛的过程。
Then Gevezawa Namchir Misawa, he does not waste the source of virtue. So, due to the motivation being bodhicitta, achieving Buddhahood, then entire quality achieve, invest, benefiting sentient beings.
借由2个级的发愿，如此成就普我位。
Severe Abdu Jemba, he is fully adorned with patience, so he never get tired, benefiting sentient beings. Even sentient beings behave rebelliously against him, even forget about him, even destroy his representations, even how unworthy of that person due to the negative doings, like those of people who always kill people, always do negative wrongdoings. Even to them, Buddha don't lose patience. You see, because of Buddha trained along the path through Buddha also start with the refuge, taking refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha. He also trained like that. You see, and adopt the practice of 6 paramita. Then resulted this quality that he carried this patient. Not disturb, not discourage, Otherwise, even Arya Bodhisattva get discouraged. Even Arya Bodhisattva, you know the story about the Cherezi, Thousand Cherezi, have 11 cats. You know the story, isn't it? Before one had, 2 arms, 1 face like a human being, So when he was training in the Arya Bodhisattva level, so benefiting sentient being with great compassion, every single moment liberating numberless sentient beings out of samsara, out of negative doings, and abide them into enlightenment, abide them into the Bodhisattva's path, abide them into the path, etc., etc. Then he thought, now samsara is empty. So when he looked back, means when he get out of his samadhi, he saw still samsara is still, limitless sentient beings still doing wrong things and suffering. So he discouraged. He lost the patience. Then his head cracked into 11 pieces, and tears formed. Tear even formed a leg, Then from the leg, Tara was born. You see, from the 11 face, so Tara was born, yeah, and then Tara requests Cherezi that you have liberated numberless sentient beings. So sentient beings are numberless, infinite, uncountable. So due to that, you still see there's so many still suffering. But that doesn't mean that samsara, didn't become lesser. There's so many beings already benefited. So never give up. Your act of your deeds of compassion is still benefiting. So keep it up, and I will help you. I will assist you. So Tara was the embodiment of activity, motivator or supporter, So so then the blessings were showered on the Cherezik. Then from the crack grow this 11 face with the different colors. Then on the top, the second last top, the Vajapani, rawful face. Then on very top, Amitabha, the different color of the face, the 4 activities of the deity. Amitabha is a guru, so represent that you need the support of guru all the time. And also, whenever you conduct virtue, deed of compassion, is a guru is always present. You are not alone. So that represents Amitabha on the head. Then Vajapani is sometimes you need to be stern. Yeah, the peaceful deeds, some very heavy and nasty, wrathful obstacles, you need to be stern. So that's why you need the power of Vajapani also. Then there are white color, red color. So all these different color, like blue color, like Amitabha is red, Vajapani is blue. Then Cheresik himself is red. Then I think yellow, isn't it? So the white color is to pacifying, represent pacifying activities of the deity. Yellow color is increasing of the merit. Red color is controlling. Then blue color is the wrathful, to represent like that. Then adorned with 1,000 arms, 1,000 eyes. It's very much you can relate this to our life. I always emphasize each and every one of us in our life. We need one Tara. You practice compassion. You need someone that always encourages you when you are depressed, when you are feel hopeless. Someone support you. And how wonderful those of couples, the wife become that source, not the wife always say, you are worthless. Especially do dharma works, virtues. They say, oh, this nonsense, wasting your life. No. So it's always encourage, always support, become the Tara. Then similar to the wife, the husband become Tara. You don't have to be female, but Tara comes in female, male. So just have Tara's energy, Tara's reason of being in the sentient being, like how Tara helps Cherezi, So everyone need that, everyone need that, and friends in our life. We need good people around us to encourage you, Then stay away from those people who always think that you cannot do, I mean, talking about virtue, you're not married, how possible, if one ordinary person can do this, such a great deeds of compassion. Then stay away from that. It's very toxic. It's the opposite of Tara. You see. So in short, yes, all of us need someone in our life. Then always have the blessings of the Guru. Then once you have this one-pointed Guru devotion, then there's nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. Even enlightenment, one lifetime enlightenment is possible. So Guru's blessing is the essence. When there's no Guru's blessing, then even you have a direct vision of deity also can't do much. even how big heart you have also, how much you want to benefit also, there won't be a receiver of your benefit. When you have the Guru's blessing, then you can be nobody. In a worldly sense, you have no fame, no power. You can be the most ordinary person, but most beneficial. Your benefit can reach out far and wide. You see, not the name will bring you far and wide, not the power will bring you far and wide. It's about the blessing, you see. So from this, even just looking at Thousand of Chariots, we can learn that. Now, especially here, just now we saw such a magnificent picture. So you go there and try to relate this story and have that impact to yourself, and especially those friends, couples, sons and daughters, you volunteer to be the Tara to your parent. You from your side, not wait to ask, can you be my Tara? No, not like that. You volunteer. I want to be like Tara, like kind of being to my brother, to my sister, to this, to that, like that. You see, then the meaning of Dharma application in our life. You see, like that. Okay.
这边简单的就是首先定这个佛陀大的圆满这个它是六度人如波罗蜜圆满修持圆满即使间造见其众恶业出生佛陀呢也不生厌倦不生嗔恨，才成就了人间这个大德，而分为大圆满慈悲如果没有培训呢，可以讲到观世音菩萨圣者菩萨没有像圣者菩萨的圣者菩萨都会生这个本心。这边经典中记载观世音菩萨的故事在观世音菩萨化为七祖天之前呢，他只是捏了这个人心。当他那个众生的苦海无尽，修心悲痛欲绝。最后呢，几乎要退失世愿于是呢，他的身呢也成为很多碎片的。因为借着他身后的愿力，安多的加持呢，他才化现为实愿的千手千顺真相来自众生然后，所以当观世音菩萨在这个生命出命观的故事是这样讲的。观世音菩萨修经中出命之后，看到人国依然无边无际，没有限。虽然无量的悲心一直不自心的一直更深，但是众生苦海呢，甚至无尽因此呢，心中升起极大的这个悲痛呢，就在那一刻呢，眼睛是眼泪掉在双眼之间，眼泪中诞生的父母。期待投入呢，化现为是因为观世音的圣像，结果对众观世音菩萨说：“亦不是无比众生，众生是无量无边的不是因为你的努力没有到位，而是呢，这个众生呢无尽不可思议，所以你千万不要退心。我也会协助你，带领你们，陪伴你去度化众生，因此呢，众管念慈的一切佛的事业的化身。”是这样子来的动物。那么在观世音的石上、头顶上呢，我们会还看到由他们右手出现的这个，右手呢出现的头顶上有阿弥陀佛，并且在阿弥陀佛旁边，阿弥陀佛代表了他的上师。因为在我们的修行中呢，是要上师加持支持，无论是这个知道说我们新的上师是无二而别的，只要是上师呢有这个常在的力量，就像这个阿弥陀佛的观世音菩萨的加持所以呢，另外一个方面呢，很多世界而言非常沉重的观音菩萨又化现了这个金刚手菩萨的威严力，以愤怒的相呢来断除所有的障碍。 那么不同的颜色，像红色呢代表红福，蓝色呢代表威猛，黄色呢代表喜灾，黄色呢代表健康。这些不同的颜色呢代表所谓的喜出望出的这种事业，来支持观世音菩萨，来支持来护法这些事业。所以呢，同时呢，我们再把这些教法关照我们自己生活中，常常的想，我常常的想啊。我们一生呢就有一次，我们在修持的时候呢，需要有人的需要有人的辅助。那么当我们感到失落时，需要人的辅助。像夫妻如果能够互相鼓励，那是多么舒适吗？很多时候我们说一些很伤人的话没有用，只是浪费时间等等的，伤害大家的这个信心。像这个观音菩萨和这个父母这样的，他们互相的支持、互相成就呢，还是非我们这个如果以善意相辅，就互相支持呢，我们这个力量呢，就像佛菩萨加持一样的，会在我们生活中呢，真正的实现慈悲的修行。所以上师的加持呢，是一切成就的核心。如果没有上师的加持，无论你发起再广大、再真诚的心愿，想要利益众生呢，都是没有办法真正触及到众生的。所以呢，有上师之后，上师之后，世间看来一直是无名之，虽然你的世界没有名声，没有地位，但是你的善行就变得强而有力，你的功德能够更有能够成这个共识，所以一定不是靠名字，不是靠世间的这个权利，而是靠上师的加持。就像观世音，他也是靠他的上师力量的加持，同样的这样同样一样的。
Okay, so we have to stop here because the time finished. Don't know tomorrow teaching session. There's a teaching session tomorrow. Also have. So then we will go through brief explanation tomorrow. But in case